congratulations. A big, much needed win to start this stretch of games off. And it felt a game you were in control. You were looking fairly comfortable, even after giving up that goal. You restored the 2-goal lead, but you made it so difficult for yourselves in those last 5 minutes in stoppage time. How did you see that play out? How did you put yourself in that hole?
Well, because they have a very good team. That's guys. They are quality play. They have quality players up top. On the bench, they came Moreno, Blanco, and Mora. Those are players that are very good, and of course, we couldn't have the same impact in terms of pressure that we had at the beginning of the game, because we don't have to forget we have players like Richie and Sam that they just joined the team, so that's they are not 100% in. We didn't have Sergio too, was on the bench, but he wasn't able to go today, so it was hard to maintain the same level of pressure and stability that we had for 65-70 minutes. Of course, we were a little bit naive on the right side to make them play that ball through, and they scored, but then it's normal. It's 3-2. It's a very loud stadium. They put balls and balls and balls in the box, but at the end, I think that the win is very well deserved.
Yeah, very, very much well deserved, and I think defensively, aside from the 2 goals, it was good team defending. Looking at the midfield, you had Sam and you had Richie getting the starts tonight. Alli as well, I thought, just added a special spark to that midfield, and it felt the difference between maybe some of the games that we've seen, especially on the road, was the way that the midfield played tonight, but also
we won.
That they showed.
So according to the Timbers' quality, that they like a lot to possess the ball, they play a lot of number inside, but they really don't like when someone run at them. We chose this running midfielder. So like, of course, that you wing back that they can attack and defend, and then that's the reason why Ali played instead of Pedro today, because we wanted more dynamism in the midfield than keeping the ball, and because we knew that probably the game would have been them having a little more possession and us try to run in counter attack. So it was very, very good. Ali's performance.
Yeah, I thought Ali was fantastic. Last thing from me, just looking at these next 2 games that's coming up, then you've got the break. It looks 2 very winnable games out east. I know you're going to Chicago, you're one of your favourite cities in the world next as well, but how do you manage this? Because you've got a team that's flying just now. You've spoken about this spell, you're going to use a lot of the players and rotate it. Has anything that you've seen tonight changed how you're going to be approaching the next 2 games, or are they pretty much set now?
No, you said they're winnable games. Of course they're winnable, but they're also very hard to win. So I think the approach is to play the guys that are ready to go. We are lucky to have 14, 15, 18, maybe 19 starters, I would say. So will not think for the lineup in Chicago, thinking about New York or thinking about the future. We need to approach game by game, and our task will be to assess on Monday who can be ready to go 100% Wednesday against Chicago, and do maybe a kind of different game. Chicago play a little different than Portland. They have more direct to the number 9 than to the winger, and so we'll see which is the approach, but we'll try to go there and win. The objective is try to win every game. The standing is so close and so tight, guys, that we are 3 points behind the 3rd place and only 3 points ahead of the 10th place. So every game is a massive opportunity in order to get ahead in the standings, and that's where we want to be.
Cheers, Vanni. Congratulations.
Thank you. Andiamo, yes.
Thank you, Michael. We'll go to Patrick next, and please keep it to 1 question with 1 follow-up at this point. Thank you.
Vanni, what is it about coaching. And by my counting, you have never lost in Portland. You have 2 wins and 1 draw in Portland. What is it about Portland that seems to go so well with your lineups and your strategy and everything?
No, unfortunately, once we lost this season, so we had 2 wins, 1 tie, and 1 loss. What we do well is probably I love rivalries, and I love to come here and shut up the stadium at the end, and our supporters were massive. We're massive today, always singing, and always we felt them. We felt a little like we were in a busy place. So we have another game close to home before the season end, and I hope that even in Seattle they will be the same loud and winning the game, even on the stands against the Timbers. And talking tactically, I think the way that we defend, very space oriented and not giving to the men, so not leaving a lot of space for the Timbers to play. That's the reason why we had a good record against them. But everything starts with intensity. And last time when we came here and we lost because we weren't intense enough. Today, I think, from minute 1, we showed who were in charge of it.
And you mentioned to Michael, obviously, some flexibility, having Alli, having Pedro. But when you see Alli play a game like that, that must force your thinking into thinking, this kid needs to start more than he is.
Yeah, he started a lot of games. When he didn't start, it's because he was injured, and then he came back, and the national team stole him for us. So Ali is a very important player, but we have a lot of important players, and so he needs to keep playing like this. And if he keep playing like this, of course he will start a lot of games. Thank you.
Patrick, Sydney, please.
Andy Sydney on MLSsoccer.com.
Yeah.
I have to ask you about Ryan. At a race tonight, just has really rounded at the floor as far as MLS play is concerned. Really across all competitions. What's changed for him? What's kind of clicked for him in these last few matches after having gotten from the score sheet to begin the season?
Yeah, Ryan is a little bit like this. He needs a little bit more time to be 100%, and he had a little bit of problem at the beginning of the season. And when he started to go, he's a machine that feeds himself. And I think the last 2 months you can put them in the same category of the MVP of the league. So I don't know. I think he was part of 20 goals in the last 15 games between cup and everything. So his quality is outstanding. His commitment to the team is outstanding, and that's the most important thing for us. It's like the fact that he's a DP not only when he has the ball, but also when he doesn't have the ball. He's a DP in a way that he gets the information and he does everything that the team wants from him. And we're very happy that he's doing very well. And today 2 goals and an assist. So that's it's hard to not be praising him. And for sure he will be in the team of the week. Hope maybe he's the player of the week. I don't know.
Yeah, and then just real quick on you mentioned the way the standings are right now. You're 3 points down in third, like you said, but then 3 points from 10th place. How does the team kind of, get that out of their mind and just focus on climbing up the table and accumulating as many points as they can, especially with these next few matches being away from easy plays?
Yeah, of course. We need to go and try to win every single game. So the quota, so the fight for the playoff, there's going to be 9 teams fighting for every place till the end. Today, I said 3rd place, but Los Angeles and Louis lost, so maybe why not thinking about being first? But at the same time, we need to see that 11th place it's very close. Kansas City won, so it's back in. So that's the beauty of MLS, to be so tight, and the beauty of the Western Conference this year, that it's really hard to have like a group of teams that does very well and group of team that doesn't do well. So yeah, every game, and the next two especially, Chicago and New York, and three actually. Then after the break we have Toronto. There are three Eastern Conference teams. So what does it mean? That if we don't make result, nothing happens. It's like it's a 6 points game for us, but it's like a bonus because if they win, they are on the other standings. So yeah, we need to push, try to get the maximum from the next three games.
Thank you, Vanni.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Vanni.
Thank you.